Hey. Welcome to the Rick Williams podcast. Man, I just want to do something a little different, man. I want to talk to y'all, man. Show y'all how sometimes, man, the mind, can really play tricks on you. It can really, have you really outside of the norm if things are not, put in a proper place. Because you got to understand, man, when we look through the lens, whatever the magnitude of the lens is, that's why we're able to see what it is we're seeing. So if you change the lens, you change the way the view may look. So I say that to say this, I might have played tricks on us, man. Let me tell you something I read a long time ago, not that long, 15 years ago. So George Washington, I read that George Washington said, "War brings on strange bedfellows." I got a brother of mine, man. He always talking about. We don't call him MS. He always talking about how your mind can deceive you, how your mind can trick you because of the information that you have. So let me share with y'all, a couple of my encounters. When I was in prison over here in the state of Michigan. I'm gonna take you to two prisons. One black guy, one white guy. In fact, the brother, the black guy was a Mobite, the Morris Science Temple of America, and the white guy at a different prison was a skinhead. Let me show you something. When I ride in Saginaw Correctional Facility, they put me in the room with this Mobite. Almost looked like something off, what's the name of that show with the alien with all the hair hanging down off his head, the dreadlocks hanging off his head? Real bad dude, He can make himself invisible, He had dreadlocks. Brother about 6'5", Here I am 6 foot, he's 6'5", look like a giant over me, Played basketball, you knew he was athletically inclined just by looking at his frame. So possibly, this could be a problem, but at the same time, I don't think in them terms. So I go on in the door and introduce myself. And this at a time, when I was, I'm locked up, I'm doing my thing, I'm doing my thing. That's just what it was, But again, I'm a Atlantic, and he a Mobite. And everybody know that Atlantics and Mobites ain't got no business in the same room together. Not me. It should have been, with the exception of, Ricky. Because see, I was always looking for the opposition. I always wanted, to kind of be in that situation where, we needed each other. We thought, outside of the box, and if we didn't find common ground, then we knew enough to respect each other because this room could get real small real quick. So I'd rather been in a room with somebody that I was gonna, be cordial with than somebody I was gonna debate with the whole time I was in the room with them. So my thought process again was, I don't care where you put me at. I don't care who it is. If I have to be here, then I'm gonna figure out how to make this the best reality that I can. And being that I was the man, something like that, I ain't bragging and patting myself on the back, but being that I was doing things and making things happen, that was always my strong point was, kind of making people like, I ain't gonna say bow down, but, know who in the building, know who just showed up, I make things happen. That's just what it is. Or should I say I made things happen during that time. But anyway, they put me in the room with this big old brother, 6'5" or so, 4'5", dreadlocks, quiet, very blunt, direct, and, he asked me, they told me you was a Melanic. I said, yeah. I said, I can see you a Mobite. He said, yeah. I said, Islam. He said, Islam. Then he greeted me in our native tongue, which is I see Salam and my Salam, so we proceeded to talk, of course we're gonna try to get to know who we're looking at, who in this room, I'm locked in this room with right away, especially if you're a conscious man. So we started chit-chatting, blah, blah, blah. And being me, the guy that I was, I ain't even got my property yet. But I got my medication. Y'all hear me? The ones that's hearing this and know what I'm talking about, they gonna know, what I'm talking about. I ain't even got my property yet, but I got my medication. And so I asked the brother, I said, man, look, man, do you, you smoke weed? He said, yeah. I said, good, because it's been a long ride for me. I need one right now for my head. He said, man, it's tight around here, man. There ain't nothing on this yard. They got the ex-police of Saginaw running this prison. He the inspector or something. I'm like, I ain't, I'm talking about now. I don't know what you talking about. I'm talking about now. I'm talking about I need one now, and I'm straight. I don't need to get nothing from nobody. I just need a light, if you don't mind. You smoke? Because we finna smoke. He looked at me like, damn. Like, okay, well, he put towel on the door, burned some incense, opened the window, and we proceeded to smoke. Doors open about 25 to 35 minutes. We come out, Mobite standing down at the bottom of the steps talking about, the counselor in. We can go and tell the counselor, get him out the room, and, I can move in with you. And my man, EB, said, ain't gonna be none of that. he standing in the room with me. We good, And just because, for one, I'm making it happen. 2, I'm coming through the door doing me, And 3, I'm up front, he up front, Only thing can go wrong is we get on some religious stuff, religious doctrine. And that's one place I'm not going with him. See, I understood that when I was locked up, and I understood why brothers fell out. So me personally, I wasn't going there on no religious stuff with him on nothing. You got your way of doing it, I got my way of doing it, and fortunately, that was his attitude. So it wasn't about, him being a Moor or me being a Melanic. It was about us not trying to impose one another's beliefs on one another. So we was able to jail in the room together, stay. In fact, we used to go down and sit in the, I'm getting off subject, but we used to go down and sit in the day room together after we done lit up, got our head right, took our medication, and we would sit and look at the clowns, and that's what we call them, clowns, and the dumb stuff brothers was doing because they didn't know no better. And we would laugh till we had to, go up to the bathroom because they was wondering, is they high? Is they that high? Why is they laughing so hard? And we used to have to look at a fire and couldn't hear what they was saying, we wouldn't laugh so hard because the ignorance that we were surrounded with. So when you get to the point where you can start to, see it, like, wow, become, first I got angry and then I got comical and it's like frustration and like, okay, man, you got to do something because this shit ain't funny, Excuse my language, y'all. So me and EB, not only did we gel together, we played on the same basketball team. It got to the point where we, exchanged information, where we never challenged one another's beliefs. And that's how you, make a bad situation, what could be a potential bad situation, work for you. And, after I left there, they, some crazy stuff. We probably talk about that at some other time. Sent me down to Cotton. Yeah, the damn nut ward, health ward, whatever you want to call it. As punishment for writing up, police at Saginaw. So I get down here, of course, they put me in a room with a skinhead, y'all. I mean straight skinhead. We just gonna call it skinhead. I mean, just I get there in the late evening of the day. So right before dinner, probably about 2, 3 o'clock. Probably about 3 o'clock, I roll in. Again, at this time they're giving us our property, like almost most of it. It's kind of like when we got there within a couple of days. So I roll in. I got my bed. All my little stuff, the little deodorant, toothpaste they give you. I get in there. First thing I see is this white dude with these tattoos on his head because he ain't got no hair on his head. He got all these damn tattoos. And so go through count. He leave out. I get a visit. Go out there, do my thing. I'm gonna tell you, swallow me some balloons, and come on back in. Yard closed. This skinhead now. I'm gonna tell you something. This racist skinhead. I mean, his skinhead brothers was down at the door. You know what they was telling me. We're gonna get you out of there. And of course, during our conversation, he told me, we're gonna get you out of there with that end. We're gonna get, this, that, and the other, So anyway, I come on my visit about 8:30 or so, do my thing, come in, for the first time, really, I'm strike up a conversation with the white guy because whether you like it or not, whether he's religious or not, whether he'll snitch or not, don't even matter because I'm finna smoke. Straight up. So, that's my opening line, and talking to anybody I done just moved in the room with, do you smoke marijuana? He said, yeah. I said, well, put a towel on the door, because we're going to go there. He, jumped out of his bed, put the towel on the door. He started making an incense. I'm rolling up a joint. I give it to him. I roll up another one. He like, I was like, you got your own, man. I ain't finna smoke with you. You smoke your own, smoke my own, And that's how I've always played it. So we sitting there smoking a joint in the room. As soon as we get done, of course, we didn't do it right. Police coming in on us. And here they is looking at crazy ass skinhead, looking like, what the, do you want? And here I am, one of the heads of other Atlantics, standing there just as calm and peaceful, like, this ain't what you want, we gonna smoke what we got left regardless, Police looked and they went on their way like, okay, well, shit, this might work. Next day, of course, skinheads come over, 8 o'clock in the morning, so after everybody ate breakfast. Oh, the counselor said he gonna call your counselor at 12 a.m. Skinhead said, no, wait a minute. I ain't moving. Skinhead said, I ain't moving. What you mean you ain't moving? I thought you said you was in the room with them black nationalist guys. He said, yeah, but I ain't moving. This one of the cool ones right here. So it got to the point where a couple of the best tattoos that I have on my body today came from that skinhead. That's how long we was in the room together. That's how close we became. In fact, when I left, he gave me his phone number to his mama. Told me he wanted to stay in contact with me when we got out. Now, I'm saying to us as brothers, I don't care what you've been taught, man. I don't care how bad of a seed it is that been planted. It don't matter what they done told us or told you, because I now know better. That we really can sit in the same room with each other. We really can learn how to gel with each other. We really can retrain our minds in the way we view each other, because it ain't nothing but a crock of garbage anyway. They got us running around here acting like we hate one another. You know, good and well, there ain't nobody or don't nobody really want to kill everybody, at least not of us. I've been told that they're trying to get rid of us. Okay, but until then, and in the meantime, can we come together and do something to prevent or prolong them carrying out what it is that they want to do? Can we come together and, prevent our children, like myself, from doing 20 plus years in the penitentiary? Simply because it might be a little hard-headed, but for the most part, didn't know no better. Come on, man. There's enough of us out here that been through bad situations. Know enough. Come on, man. These are children. You mean to tell me you know how to miss me, but you don't know how to train your child? You mean to tell me, hold on, let's get nasty with it. You mean to tell me your dog know to sit? You can train the dog to sit and roll over and be quiet, but you can't do your own off-seed like that? Your own children? You can't teach your children? Oh, that's right, you is teaching your children. You don't know you teaching them how to be messy, how to be unproductive. We don't even know we're doing it to each other, y'all. So again, before I close out, we got to have thick skin, and we have to know and be willing to be open-minded. And we can work and do anything and figure out any problem that is to be figured out if we retrain our mind, if we think for a moment that this ain't a problem at all. This is a situation. Situations can be fixed. Problem. It's just that. It's a problem. Anyway, y'all be good. Y'all stay safe. Till the next time.